Hey, what's up, Glam Fairies, and welcome back to another video. So if you are here watching this video, I assume that you either A, want to know more about what shadow ban is because you probably have no idea, or B, you want to see about how you can get unshadow banned and what you should be doing to avoid it, or C, you're already shadow banned and you're dying on the inside, kind of like I was, and you're just researching, trying to find videos on how this thing can be avoided, right? So if you're either one of those three things, then you are in the right place, because today I am going to tell you exactly what happened to me, my story, and really kind of just break some things down for you all that you can do to avoid it and things like that, okay? So first and foremost, let me just tell you about my story. So I figured out and discovered that I was shadow banned about 2 weeks ago. I was not told that I was shadow banned. I was not emailed. I was not given any like smoke signal or anything to say, hey, you're shadow banned. I just noticed that as I started posting, it seemed like my numbers were getting lower and lower and lower. So what I mean when I say that is, for instance, if you have been posting anything and you're normally getting about 100 to over 100 likes each post, and then all of a sudden you start to recognize that your posts are getting less and less likes, almost to the point where you're getting half of what you used to get before. So whereas you maybe got over 100 before, now you're getting anywhere between 40, 50, maybe 30 likes. That is a surefire way to know that you have probably been shadow banned. Also, from what I hear or from what I've read, you can also be shadow banned if you recognize that your numbers of the followers are dropping drastically. That did not happen to me. What happened to me personally was that when I would post, my likes were not generating as many likes as they normally were, if any at all. There would be a point where I would post and there would be hours that would go in between before I even got my first like, which was so unusual because anytime I ever posted, I always got likes instantly. So it just seemed really unusual. So I had never really looked into shadow ban and how it could affect me because I didn't think that I was shadow banned. I didn't know. Like I said, you don't get any type of warning or anything about this. So once I started reading these things, I started to really research, and one of the things they said that you would know is a surefire way to know if you are shadow banned is to look under the hashtags that you're using, or to possibly add a more generic hashtag that's less popular underneath one of your photos. Go to your photos, look under the recent section and see if your post pops up there. I noticed that it didn't pop up there. I didn't see myself. I also asked a friend of mine and a couple of other people that I knew to look me up and see if they found me under the hashtags that I was using. They also told me they did not find me. So when I found this out, I realized, oh my gosh, I think I've been shadow banned. And that is how I discovered that I possibly could be. So once I started doing some more research and really started trying some different things, I did some little, what I would call tests. And I would just post a picture. I would use one simple hashtag, which was actually my own hashtag that I had created, which was GOLDENGLAMFAIRY experience. And under this hashtag is where I had all of my makeup that I had done, all of the faces that I had done so far. And I put that underneath. I put the hashtag on one of the photos that I posted, and I went to the hashtag to see if my post was there. And in fact, it was not there. And it wasn't that hard to find out that it wasn't there because I don't post a whole lot underneath that hashtag. So it was only like maybe like 6 or 7 posts under that hashtag at the moment, and I didn't see myself there. So I knew that for sure I was shadow banned. Now I have here pulled up on my laptop the Google definition of what shadow ban means. So I just want to read that to you. So it says, what is an Instagram shadow ban? The term shadow ban is used to refer to instances where your posts are not appearing in the hashtag search results. This can directly impact the ability for non-followers to discover your profile and content, resulting in lower engagement. So that's what it is. That's the definition of it. Now, does Instagram recognize that they have something called a shadow ban? No. I think from what I read back in October, they acknowledged that they knew that people were having this issue, but that Instagram's main focus, they didn't necessarily come out and say, yes, we shadow ban you. They kind of like put it in that term, like, we recognize that people are kind of having this issue. I'm summing this up, by the way. This is not verbatim. We recognize that people are having this issue, but we are concerned with making sure that pages are being seen authentically and that people are putting out their best work and not depending solely on hashtags or something like that. That was kind of how the message read. And so what I get from what they're saying is that what Instagram is trying to do is they're trying to avoid bot-like activity. And so when I say what they're trying to avoid bot-like activity, what I mean is they're trying to avoid people using the same hashtags over and over and over. That looks like bot activity in the algorithms that they have. I'm not 100% sure on algorithms and all that stuff and how that works. But from what I understand and from what I've been reading with algorithms, okay, so, you know, the algorithms, it's a little bit more technical than what I kind of really looked up, but this is what I can tell you. They're trying to avoid bot-like activity. Like I was saying, bot-like activity is posting the same hashtags over and over and over again, liking too many pictures at one time in a certain time period. So that can look like bot-like activity. Also, following too many pages in a short time span looks like bot-like activity. Using broken hashtags, this could be a part of what they consider almost like bot-like activity. Now, they say that as the algorithms have changed a lot of what we see on Instagram, but like I said, it's a little more technical. So that's definitely something that you want to just research and look up more on, because this is actually, I was reading, was from Hootsuite. And it's a really, really long article, but I'm sure it may go into more of what the algorithm is and how that works as well. But just know that you want to really research your hashtags. Be very careful of the hashtags you're using. Look them up, research them, make sure that they're not broken. If they're broken or they can't be used, when you go into the hashtag, you will see that Instagram leaves this little note at the bottom saying like, this hashtag has been banned because of misuse or something, some message like that. So make sure that you don't see any of those messages. You will never know when a hashtag is banned or broken. You will not know. The only way to know is to do your research. Constantly look into the hashtags that you're using. Make sure that it's not banned. I've heard people say that the hashtag, I've heard someone say that the hashtag Kansas was banned, and that's something that she never knew. I used the hashtag a while back, sexy, because I mean, who can't be sexy, right? Thinking nothing of it, and come to find out it was actually banned. And that could have very well been the reason that my page got shadow banned, because I had that hashtag on there, although I only used that hashtag once. So that I know of, that I can remember, I only used it once. And if it was banned or if it was a broken hashtag, then that could be definitely why my page was shadow banned. So this video is to just raise awareness of be careful of what you're using. Be careful of, you know, the hashtags that you put under your photos. Also, they do not want you to, I guess, use 30 hashtags. Even though they allow you up to 30, switch up the amount of hashtags that you use. Don't fall victim of what a lot of people do, which is take their hashtags and put them in their like notes, and they copy and paste. Don't do that. If you have a app on your phone that also is posting on your behalf, you definitely want to take that off, because Instagram sees that and deems that as bot-like activity. So any type of apps that post on for you, or that you schedule your posts, you definitely want to avoid using those and just post on your own, because you just don't want to be shadow banned. It's really, really hard. It's really, really frustrating when you're shadow banned and you realize that you have to start all over from scratch like me. I cried about this situation for days because I was really upset that I had to start over. But I felt like how I felt was that it doesn't make sense for me to post things and post my content if new people are not seeing it. I want more people to see it, you know, not that I don't appreciate the people that do follow me, but the whole point is to reach beyond the people that just follow you and really keep reaching to more and more new people and encouraging them, offering them whatever services that you offer, and being in that community. And if you're not being seen and you're not being discovered, then really what's the purpose, you know, to a certain degree. I also have heard people say, don't let Instagram be your only platform. Things have changed drastically with Instagram. So don't let that be your only platform that you put a lot of your content, share your content and your stuff on other platforms, build up your Twitter, build up your YouTube page, work on videos, work on other things besides just Instagram. So that way it won't be the like end all be all when something and if something goes wrong. I've seen people that have so many followers, and I've seen pages that, you know, probably are not the most appropriate page, but yet they're still functioning. They're still being seen in the, you know, Instagram hashtags and stuff like that. And that I'll never understand, you know, how the pages that honestly are like bullshit, how they manage to not get shut down or not get shadow banned. But then you have pages that are like yours, like mine, that are doing meaningful things and that are actually bringing creative insight to your brand and what you do. And you get shut down and you go through these situations where, you know, your page is totally like on ice until Instagram decides to lift this shadow ban thing. And the really effed up part about it all is that Instagram has no customer service number. They have no email address that you can email them and ask them questions. They do not get back to you about anything. There's no type of customer service help, period, at all whatsoever. So you will never be able to get in contact with anybody. And if you do know somebody you can get in contact with, let me know and do me a favor and leave it in the comments, because I would love to know, because I would love to get my other page unshadow banned, but especially while this new page is still fairly new. So if you know anything, please let me know. I'm always open for suggestions. Like I said, I've tried a number of things. I tried giving it, you know, the time period. They say don't touch your page for, this is how they say you can get out of shadow ban. Don't touch your page for a couple of days, leave it, let it go. Don't do anything to it. I did that for almost 2 weeks, the 14 days that they said that usually you're shadow banned, and nothing happened for me. Nothing changed. I've seen some people say you can run an ad on your page, and by them running an ad, it unshadow bans you. I did that. I took $5, I put it in there. I started doing an ad on one of my pages and nothing happened. So, I mean, I think it's just all about, you know, I don't know. I really don't know how it works. It's such a complex situation. It's such a like weird situation to be in. It's hard to even be able to pinpoint what exactly you did wrong so that you can avoid it for the next time, which is, I would think, is the best thing. It's hard to pinpoint like if you were using the same hashtags or if it was a hashtag. It's just so weird how it can happen. So I just want to say to you that if you've been shadow banned, it's not the end of the world. I know it probably feels like it, and I know it's painful, because especially if you put a lot of time and effort into your page, but I just want to tell you that there is hope, and that to keep in mind that the numbers do not matter. If you have to start a new page, to just do it, own it, let your followers know, make sure that you're very upfront with your followers about what's happening. Don't be afraid to tag Instagram in your post and say, hey, I've been shadow banned, so, you know, I'm starting a new page. Don't be afraid to really just communicate with the people that do follow you if, in fact, you have to transition over to another page. I followed every single person that I followed before. I am giving people the opportunity to start following me back. And if they don't, that is totally fine. You know, I just want to make sure that I give my followers the opportunity to know where I'm at and where I'll be posting. I've kind of made my other page more so like a backup / personal page until I can really see how I can work with it again. And if it ever does get unshadowbanned, I may use it as like a backup page and go private with it. I don't know exactly how I'm going to work that out. But I say all of that to just hold on, hang on. If, like I said, if you do have to start another page, know that the numbers don't matter, and know that it's your content that matters. It's what you post that people want to see. They want to see you. They want to see the authenticity of you. So give them that, regardless if you have 800 followers or regardless if you have 100 or 40 or however many. Give them the best of you and give them what it is that you want to show them, and just be consistent. You know, don't let this shadow ban situation stop you from being great, because you are great. And I know that it seems like a really just messed up and just the end of the world when it comes to this shadow ban thing. But like I said, I've cried for days about it, and the best thing that you can do is just stay strong and keep going, and let your people know that nothing is going to stop you, not even Instagram. All right. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me. I hope this video gave you some more information and insight on what exactly a shadow ban is. And I wish you all the best on your pages. Make sure that you're doing your very best to research and understand some of the changes that are going on with these social media platforms. You need to stay up to date, people. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know when I'm coming back. I love you guys, and have a wonderful, wonderful week.